Hey, what's up? Today I'm going to be showing you this Sunny Health and Fitness treadmill. Specifically, it is model SFT7515, which it also says down there on the deck. We got this one a couple of years ago after our other one we had for many years took a dump on us, and checked out a bunch of reviews on Amazon. Finally decided on this one, but even though there was a bunch of reviews, we still had a little bit of nerves because one, it's a pretty decent chunk of change, and two, it's a pretty decent sized chunk of machinery that goes in your home gym. So, there's a little bit of still nerves and maybe trepidation on, is this gonna end up being the right fit for us? Is it gonna do what we wanted it to do? So I'm making this video, hopefully if you're having those same type of questions, maybe this will help answer some of those. So this is what I would probably call maybe a small to mid-sized treadmill. It's got a maximum user weight of 240 pounds. So keep that in mind whenever you're looking at this particular treadmill. It's got 12 different programs on it. It goes up to a 12% or 12 incline, which, is sort of in the middle. You see a lot of them at 10, and you see a few that go up to like 15, but this is probably about the average as far as the actual incline. It goes up to a max speed of 8 miles an hour, although we really don't typically go up that fast on it. This is more for us for walking and probably jogging than it is faster speeds. Although if I want it to go faster, I certainly can. I just don't typically go fast on the treadmill. I save that for the outside, although it is fairly capable of doing that. One of the other features it's got is the base. This deck here is a shock absorbing base. Although one of the things that maybe I'll mention about that is whenever we first got this and set it up, we found that the base was quite loud whenever we were running on it. In fact, so much to the point where, I don't know if you can see my floors in here, but we have it in our basement. There's not a lot of sound absorption with this concrete floor. So what we did is we put two gym mats underneath it, and it solved the problem completely for us. It actually changed the sound totally and really dulled it out, which was really nice. So just keep that in mind too. It can be noisy, the deck, because of the shock absorption. That is not easy to say. It's got a couple of other features on it. It's got a couple of sensors, a sensor here on this and a sensor here on both handles. And I'll show you that here in a second to help kind of monitor your heart rate. And also it's a BMI calculator, although they say it's just for reference sake, but body mass index if you're interested in something like that. It does have a couple of features that I like on this as well. It's got the incline and speed controls on the actual handles. I'll show you that in a second, which is a pretty big deal. It's got what you would expect out of a lot of the treadmills now. It's got an option for either Bluetooth connectivity here to the display and to the machine, as well as you can play MP3s, do calls, some of those things. But primarily, this is a good treadmill. It is a basic treadmill. It does the speed we want. It does the incline that we want, and it's held up really nicely for the last year. This gets used probably in my house. I'm gonna guess probably 5 days out of 7 days a week, and it has consistently for the past year. So let me show you a couple of the features up close, and hopefully it'll help you figure out if this is the right one for you. Real quick though, one of the other things I wanted to show you was, as you can see, it's foldable, so it's nice if you need to stick it in the corner, but it's got a nice safety feature on it where if you simply kick this and let it fall. A lot of other treadmills, this is kind of a heavy part right here. This has a safety feature in it. It'll slowly lower itself, so you don't have to worry about trying to lower it on your own, which, again, some treadmills are quite heavy, and this part can be difficult if you're doing it manually. So, nice feature by the Sunny Health and Fitness people. All right, so we got a couple of things here. Here's the display. I'll get into that in a second. You can see it's got two different cup holders. Here are the sensors I was talking about earlier. So whenever you're actually on the treadmill, you put your thumb here, and your other thumb would be over here, and that's what would do your heart rate reading and your BMI reading. You could also see here it's got the options for your incline, so that way, most other treadmills, you have to do that on the actual display, which can be difficult to let go of this and do different things here. So it's nice that they built both the speed on this side and the incline on this side directly into the handles, so you don't have to take your hands off. Nice safety thing that they put in there. You can see here across what we've got is, if you wanted to, it still has the incline and speed measurements there, or changes here. You got a couple of things for your start. If you want to make a phone call, your programs, your modes. The programs are what honestly my wife uses the most. To her, that's the biggest value of this, because it has 12 different programs, and I'll show you those in just a second. In the book, it lays out what each of the programs actually do, the different speeds, the length of time, all that. So let me actually turn this on. I'll show you what this looks like. All right, so I got this turned on now, and it says it's ready. You can see here the display. Hopefully you can kind of see. It's a nice light blue, and it measures several different things. I'm just going to go ahead and turn this on. Let's just do a speed. Oops, let me hit start. So you can see here it went automatically to 1. And here we go. All right, so you can see here it's measuring several different things. We've got our calories, our, I'm trying to bend down the time that we've got estimated, the distance, and I don't remember what the other one says here, but let's actually turn this up a little bit. And see how fast and how nice that went. So you can see here, we can actually go ahead and turn the incline up. Okay. And then of course it's got the safety feature. For some reason you need to kill it real quick, you pull that off and it immediately stops. Now it's also got this nice ledge here, so you could put a tablet or a phone or whatever, but what I wanted to show you was in the booklet that comes with it, it's got the programs all laid out, all 12 of them, so you can see the speed and the incline. It's really nice. My wife uses this particular reference a lot to help mix up her workouts. So nice that they've got that included in the manual. Moving this thing around is easy. It's only like 123, 125 pounds. So again, because it is a smaller to medium-sized treadmill, it's very easy to kind of transport around the room whenever we need to. But like I said, we've had this now for the last year. It's gotten a ton of use out of it. In fact, I don't know if you can see, but on the treadmill, the wear that we're starting to put onto it because we've been using it so much. So all those nerves that we had at the beginning were unnecessary because it ended up being a really good fit for our house, what we needed it for, and a nice addition to our home gym. So hopefully this was helpful for you.